Okay. So anybody remember what is our vCenter IP? Anybody? Anybody can tell me? What is my vCenter IP? Right?
172.17.100.253.
Very good. Yes, that is our vCenter IP. So I am going to launch vCenter IP and we will try some 2-3 features first. Okay. So then we will discuss more. Okay. So just I'm closing everything. So see, this is our vCenter IP username and password, right? So what I told you, like, so already all 4 servers are added here. Okay. So just see, enter, launch vSphere client, and we have a username. Okay. And we have a password. Administrator actually. Okay. So this is our vCenter. Okay. This is our vCenter and we have total 4 servers in here in server 1. So I can say server 1, server 2, server 3, server 4. So you know the IPs, you know the LO IP, OS IP, everything, right? So in the server 1, we have 3 virtual machines, and I told you already, don't consider this. This is actually our vCenter. Okay, this is actually our vCenter. One second. Okay, so this is my vCenter, and here I have 4 servers, and server 1 has 3 virtual machines. 1 second. I don't know. I'm getting one call. Keep on getting. Just give me a second. Hey, sorry guys. So total 4 servers are there. Like first mission, I have server 1 Windows 2022 and server 2 RHEL and 1 vCenter. All are virtual machines. Okay, all are virtual machines. Okay, the second one, I have 100.4 and 1 Windows 2019. I think we installed the OS also in the last week. Yes, I will complete this. Just hold on. I'm giving admin 123. Admin 123. So then what we'll do? So we will log in. For login, see here, send control alt delete is there. My mouse, just follow the mouse. Just click there. So it's a little easy than vSphere web client. Okay. And we have to install VMware tools. Okay. We have to install VMware tools. We will do that as well. So what I'm trying to tell you, yesterday, previously, we created ESXi and we launched that ESXi in the browser. That we call it as a vSphere web client. So when we launched the vSphere web client, we created virtual machines and we did take the snapshots. We installed VMware tools and some VM operations like reboot the machine, reset the machine, power off, power on, delete the virtual machine, kind of operations, we could do it. Okay, in the vSphere web client. So coming to vCenter server, we can do all the tasks, whatever we did it in the vSphere web client, we can do all the tasks in the vCenter server. Okay, now I will install VMware tools here. For that, come here, right click, go to guest OS, install VMware tools. Just click on that, just mount it. Okay, then come here. You can go to my computer, I mean this PC. In this PC, already the VMware tools are mounted here. Okay, right click. Somebody asks you what is the size of VMware tools. Okay, so you can tell this 120, around 120 MB. Okay, just make a note somewhere. Right click, install or run program. Okay, so we will install it. So VMware tools also we are installing, and then we have to do some basic settings like the OS IP, firewall, remote desktop, everything. Okay, then I'll show you a magic, right? Okay, the VMware tools are almost done. Okay, once we click on finish, it will ask for a reboot. That's what it is telling here. VMware tools update VM mouse and requires a system restart. Okay, give OK, it will reboot. So let it reboot. Just keep open. Okay, so if you know only VMware very well, okay, still we can get the job. Okay, that good concept it is. Okay, so many places we are using this VMware, how to install ESXi, and what is the virtual machine. Okay, we have different kinds of virtual machines in the market. So if you know this VMware virtual machines very well, right? So that is more than enough. We can deal other OS virtual machines very easy. Okay, see it came up. Just give Control Alt Delete. So you can work like a normal machine. Okay, this is a virtual machine. I launched it in Vcenter and everything is proper. Okay, anybody remember what IPs we thought to give for virtual machines? Anybody? So we thought to give from 101, 172, 168, 100.101. Okay, this range for VMs. So if you see here, 172, 17, 100.1 to 172, 17, 100.254. This is our network range. And subnet mask is 255, 255, 255.0. Okay. So if you see here, the just before there is IP 172, 17, 100.253. So this is our vCenter IP. Right? So here 100.1, now 100.2. So if you remember, this is server 1 ILO. This is server 1 OS IP, right? So if you see this, so this is 3, this is 4, this is server 2, this is server 2. Agree? This is 5, and this is 6, this is server 3, and this is server 3. OS IP, ILO IP. And then 7, 8, server 4, server 4. Okay, this is our network. Overall, these IPs we used. Okay, if you remember, so hardly we used these IPs. So 4 servers, we given one ILO, one OS IP, and we decided to give, okay, we decided to give VMs, IPs to VMs, right? So in between, we have 172.17.100.101, 172.17.100.102, 172.17.100.103. Okay, like this. Like this, we decided to give 172.17.100.150. Okay. So then next IP 172.17.100.151. Okay. So these 50 IPs I'm reserving. Okay. So just like that, I'm reserving for VMs. Okay. In future, whenever we create a VMs, we take any IP from this. Okay. So we will check which IP is not pinging. So we will take it. So let me check that. How to ping it? Go to run, go to CMD. So whenever you are providing some IP, you ping like this. Ping 172.17.100.101. Okay, it is pinging. You can see there. You are getting a reply. Okay, better go to 102. This is also pinging. Go to 103. This is not pinging. Okay, this is not pinging. We can provide 103 to the new VM. Okay, so you can make out difference. When I ping the 102, I'm getting proper reply with the number of bytes of data. Okay, but when it comes, when this IP is not okay configured to any VM, so that request a timeout. That means I'm trying to ping, but this IP is nowhere. Something like that, we get the message. Okay, this IP is nowhere. It's not configured to any machine. Okay, so I'll configure to this machine. Okay, you understand, right? Just I am repeating our networking class. Okay, ncpa.cpl. I have reserved some IPs for VMs. In that VMs, which IP I did not use so far, I checked for that and I have taken that IP. Okay, go to properties. Okay, give 172.17.100.103. Okay, 255, 255.0 is more than enough. Give OK, and close it, and we will disable the firewall.cpl, enter, concentrate, and all I'm doing for a purpose. Okay, turn off, give OK. Okay, give OK. Firewall is disabled. You know all this. Now I'll go here, go to this PC, right click, properties, remote settings, allow remote setting. Yes, apply. Okay. So if you observe, for everything, the OS installation is mandatory. Okay. So the settings, what and all we planned, we did it. Okay. So I want this PC on desktop. You know what to do for that? So this PC, every time I'm going to this folder and I'm clicking here, right? Instead of that, if I get this PC recycle bin, all this on desktop like our laptop, will be good, right? So I'm done with this. I'm ejecting. Okay, see that, right click, go to display settings, display, advanced display settings. Wait, 1 second. Where is this one? Display. Advanced display settings. Okay, leave it. I'll show you later. Okay, so this is the VM we made completely ready. Okay, now I am closing this. So this is the VM. I made everything ready. Okay, and I want to do one more. I want to configure the host name for this host name. Okay, so see this, very, very important. Go here. Sorry, go here. This PC, right click, properties. Okay, so this is the computer name you are seeing, right? This is the host name of your computer, your server. Okay, go to change setting. This is the one. Full computer name is there, right? You can change this, but you have to reboot. I am changing and rebooting. Just click on change. What I'll do, I will tell server 2, okay, underscore VM1. Okay, so very easy, right? Easy to remember. Server 2 VM1. Correct, right? This is server 2 first VM. Give okay. Non-standard character. Okay, I think it is not taking this. I think it is not taking server 2 VM1. Just like that we give. Just give okay. So it is asking for a reboot. We will do it. So I changed this host name to server 2 VM1. So close. So just close everything, and restart now. So what I did, I installed VM on Friday, and today I have configured the IP. I have disabled the firewall. Okay, disable the firewall, and just now I configure host name also. I given some host name. Actually, host name plays very, very important role. Okay, very, very important role in the real time. Okay, everybody actually, everybody actually work with host names only in the companies actually. Okay, so just give Control or delete. Okay. So host name also configured. Okay. So now I'm going back here. See, I made this VM ready since Friday. So Friday, almost some half day I worked to create this VM, and today I made all the changes. Okay. Now, okay, just think. So this is, for example, who are there today in office? Okay, so suppose this 100.2 is Anjana server, for example, 100.4 is, for example, my server, 100.6 is Ganesh server, and 100.8 is Lakshmi server. Okay, so these are our 4 servers. Okay, so now I created one Windows 2019. Okay, Yeah, I joined back. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen. You may get two recordings as I rebooted the system, right? Maybe till now there is one recording. So actually there is no much important content. Same voice is there, right? But I'll share you. But the next, whatever is going to record from now will be very important to us. Okay. Okay. Issue, I think. That office network is actually loading. Looks like some problem from office network. So that what will happen, we cannot connect to our lab systems. Okay, actually I'm working in the other screen. Okay, that's why you are not seeing anything. Just hold on. Some network issue from office side, I think. Okay, okay. So lab network is not connecting properly. Okay, so I came here, I was talking about 4 servers, right? So here I was telling, so 100.2, this is server 1, this is like Anjana server, 100.4 is my server, 100.6 is Ganesh, and 100.8 server 4 is Lakshmi server. Okay, so here I have 3 virtual machines in the Anjana server, and maybe Mahendra has 1 server, Ganesh has no servers, Lakshmi has no servers. So here there is a like Lakshmi also want to create similar virtual machine what I created. Okay, this 100.2019. Okay, for that we can use the concept called cloning. Cloning. Okay, we'll do one cloning. Okay, then I'll talk more theoretically about that. Okay, just we will do one cloning with the default options, and the second cloning we will do step by step. Okay, first understand the cloning, then we will discuss each and every step. Okay, now see this. Cloning means exact mission we can create in the other ESXi. See, here I have clone to virtual machine, clone to virtual machine. This is the first option. I am clicking on this, clone to virtual machine, and virtual machine name we have to give maybe we will give like this, server 4 underscore VM1. Okay, same mission will create under, okay, server 4 now. Okay, I am giving this, and here you select just next. Okay, where I have to create, I have to create at 100.8. Okay, so it is telling you have attached some CD DVD. Can you close that which is not accessible? So I'll talk what is this, just cancel. So if you right click here, right click, edit settings. So here we have CD DVD, right? Data store ISO. Okay, CD DVD. So just take out. Okay, so I don't want to give this CD DVD. Okay, now you try, right click, clone. Okay, this option you are seeing only in Vcenter. I'll show you that proof also. Clone to virtual machine, server 4 underscore VM1. This is the name I'm giving. If you want, you can give OS name also for our reference 2019. We can give any lengthy names. Give next. So I want to clone here in 100.8 server 4. See, compatibility, like, so can we create the same mission under 100.8? So it is telling yes. I am giving next. I'll talk more about each and every step. Don't worry. Give next. And the data store. So this is the server 4 data store. So you have to select it, and compatibility succeeded. Click next. Okay. Customize the operating system, customize the virtual machine hardware, power on the virtual machine after creation. Don't select anything. Just click next. Okay. Finally, finish. So once I click on finish, same VM will start creating under 100.8 with the name what we provided. That is the server 4 VM1 underscore Windows 2019. Okay. I am clicking on finish. Just see this. See, here it is started. The task is started. Here so far nothing is created. This arrow mark is not yet come. So here clone virtual machine 10% done, is in progress. Still no VM started. So after, yes, it came now. You were seeing, right? This 100.8, one more VM is getting created. So you remember the IP of this mission, you remember the host name of this mission. We will log into this mission and check it. Okay, you will see everything. Okay, first let it create. Clone virtual machine, it is happening. So it's 34% completed. Wait until the 100% is completed, then we will power on. So then we will change the IP, because same IP should not be there for two virtual machines, right? So I mean, two machines should not have same IP in a network. So we will change the IP, and host name also we have to change. Like IP, host name also should be unique in the network. So I given server 1, server 2 VM1, I think here. Maybe I'll change to server 4 VM1. So if you change IP and host name, you can start using that machine, okay, as a new server, right? So you understand, right? Now the fourth server, okay, like Lakshmi asked me for one same virtual machine. So what I did, instead of creating virtual machine, attaching ISO image, installing OS, and configuring IP, configure everything, instead of doing all this, I did a cloning. Okay, when I do the cloning, same mission will come under server 4. Okay, when I do the cloning, I selected the server 4. Now it is getting created, 40% completed. Okay, because I did on the power on server. Okay, the machine is powered on, right? The VM, the Windows 2019 VM is power on. That's why it is taking little long time. Suppose if you power off and do it, anyway, power on is the recommended method, and generally in the companies generally we follow. Okay. Suppose for any reason, if you can do power off cloning right, it will complete just like that. I mean, by now it would have complete. Okay, in 1-2 minutes it would have complete. Okay, but anyway, this is also going good, almost 50% completed. Once this is copied, we go power on that machine, and we can check all the things actually if you want. Okay, just see this, just see the log here. Okay, clone virtual machine, target is Windows 2019. Okay, status is 58% completed. Copying, what is happening now? Copying virtual machine. Okay, so this is a log about the task, what is happening in the Vcenter, right? So we are in the Vcenter. This feature is possible just because of Vcenter. If there is no Vcenter, you cannot do this cloning. If there is no Vcenter, you cannot do template. Okay, like that you cannot do anything. Okay, so almost 75% completed. Just okay, take a 2 minutes break and have a look at Vcenter, ESXi servers, VM, the status, everything. Okay, it's 100% completed. You are seeing the VM, right? I just open second server and fourth server. Here it is a Windows 2019. Here it is VM1 2019. So okay, I'm powering on this. Just power on. Just if I click on open, it will open in the second one more browser. Give okay. So this is our old machine. Close it. So now we no need to install VMware tools because already installed. No need to install the OS because the OS is there. See, the OS has come. So go Control Alt Delete. So this is server 4 VM1, right? We will go and check the IP and the host name. Following, right? So very simple. I'll do one more clone in a simple steps. Okay. Okay, you can check network configuration first. md ncpa.cpl, enter. Go to Ethernet configuration, go to properties. See, you remember, right? We given 103. So it's already there for, I can say my server. This is my VM. Okay. So suppose Lakshmi, she is using same machine, but she has to change the IP because the IP is already using by myself. So IP has to change. Same way, the host name also has to change. Okay, very simple. We go and change the IP to 104. Before that, you can check by pinging 104. It's not pinging. Host unreachable, destination host unreachable. So it is not pinging. We can use 104. This is not using by any mission. So I'm giving 104. Subnet mask is as it is. Give okay. So after cloning done, I have changed the IP because when it is cloned, right, exact mission will clone. So same configuration will be there. In that configuration, the IP also is same. Okay. Just close this. If you want to check what happened to firewall, you can go and check there. Anyway, they are disabled. You will see firewall disabled. See, the firewall is disabled. Okay, this is you are seeing red, right? That is disabled. Okay, firewall, no problem. Go and check remote settings. Go to properties, remote desktop. Yes, this is allow. We already did it. Let it be allow. Okay, and the final. See, we will check the host name. Okay, we will check the host name. How to check host name? Go here. This PC. Right click. Properties. See, the host name is server 2 VM1. So as it is will come. Okay, what we have to do? We have to do the change setting, change. So instead of server 2, right, we will do server 4. Server 4 VM1 remaining all same. Give OK. Okay, close, 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 and restart now. That's it. My new VM is ready. So now I have a VM in server 4, which I created in server 2. Exact VM. Cloning is exact VM. Okay. Suppose if I have one VM ready, you can clone multiple exact VMs. Okay. So to say simple, for example, I am the lead, I am the admin, for example. So one team, we created a team where we have 200 employees, for example, or 100 employees, or simple 50 employees are there. So now my thing is, I have a request. Okay, I mean, the team is asking me for a virtual machine where they want Windows 2019 OS and network, proper IP, network, some drivers, whatever is required. Okay, they given some list of requirement, and they said all 50 people need one VM like that. Okay, so just an example. To create one VM, suppose if it take 2 hours time, okay, I have to create the VM, I have to install the OS, and I have to do network settings, remote settings, firewall settings, and some software. For example, there is a software, we install that software. Altogether, one VM is taking 2 hours time. So in that case, if I go for 50 VMs, it will take 100 hours. 100 hours means, so if you start calculate per day 6 hours working hours, for example, or 5 hours working hours, then I need 20 days to complete that. I need 20 days to complete all 50 virtual machines properly and to give it to the team. I need 50 days, 20 days actually. Okay. So instead of that, if I go with this cloning option, okay, see, I'm telling you, right, if this is not a class, if I start working on this, I can do one VM in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I'm telling, I'll power off a VM and I'll do some 50 clones, and then I'll log into one by one. I'll change the host name and IP address, host name and IP address, host name and IP address. Maybe that one will take some 1 hour time to do it in all 50 servers. Apart from that, cloning will be done in 1-2 hours. Maybe that IP configuration and host name configuration will take 2 hours. Hardly in one day we can complete all 50 virtual machines, and I can give it to the entire team. Right? In that way, the cloning is very much helpful. Okay. So now we will create one more. For example, same 100.6. Ganesh also requested, I am also need a same virtual machine. Okay. Ganesh also want same Windows 2019 machine in his ESXi also. He want to use that VM. Okay. Whatever configuration I have, so he is okay with that configuration. Okay. Now we will see step by step. So what I'll do, so right click, okay, clone, go to clone. So first thing here we have three options: clone to virtual machine, clone to template, these two, and clone as a template to library, that you leave it actually. These first two options I'll tell you: clone to virtual machine and clone to template. Template I will talk after this. We have a concept called template, that time you will understand. So now clone to virtual machine. So what I am telling here, so you go and create one more virtual machine. So that is clone to virtual machine. Okay, nothing will happen to my virtual machine. Now it will go and create one more virtual machine under Ganesh ESXi server. Okay, so go to clone, clone to virtual machine. Okay, we'll give some name. So as we decided this as a server 3, give server 3 underscore, and this is also first VM there, underscore Windows 2019. So similar naming we are giving. Okay, server 3 VM1 Windows 2019. Okay, just next. Okay, just if you see here, so this is selected the data center. Yes, you are doing in this data center. Just select as it is and click next. So here it is telling select the destination compute resource for this operation. So simple words, it is asking select which server, in which server you want to do the clone. Okay, I want to do it in the third server, Ganesh server. So that is 100.6. Okay, I'm selecting that 100.6. Okay, when you select the ESXi host, here the compatibility has to succeed. Okay, for example, my machine, this Windows 2019 has some 400 GB hard disk. For example, 400 GB hard disk and 16 GB RAM. Suppose in third server, if I have only 300 GB hard disk free, but how much it has? 400 GB. But in this, I have only 300 GB. In that case, the compatibility check will fail. Compatibility check will fail and it will throw an error. So you cannot clone the virtual machine because there is no sufficient hard disk. Okay, so every step, if you see every step, right, all 5 steps, this compatibility check has to successful. Okay, now it is green, compatibility checks are succeeded. Okay, so this is my second step. I selected the compute resource, then compatibility check also successful. I'll go next. Understand? And next, select storage. So this is actually the storage which is selected by, by default when I select the third server. So this is data store 1. Just if you click here, the compatibility will come here. Just click here. The compatibility check succeeded. Maybe the sufficient hard disk is there. So that's why the compatibility check is succeeded. Okay. So this is my data store for that third server. Okay. Select it as it is and click next. Okay. So there are many other options. I'll come to that as well. First, you understand basic level. Just next. Okay. So here, select clone options. So don't do customize the operating system anytime. So customize operating system means here only we can change the network. Okay. Suppose if I click on this customize, right? See, customize guest OS, there is one more option came. Okay. Here only we can change the IP, some host name, and some kind of changes we can do it. So we can make changes in the operating system, but I'm telling you, really not required. You don't do this risk here. First, you make the proper cloning, then log in and do whatever you want later. Okay, this is a recommended and my suggestion to you all. Suppose when you join in the company, if somebody asks you, right, that time only you select it, you will understand. Maybe I'll do this option in one more clone. Okay, customize the operating system. Second one, customize this virtual machine's hardware. So I told you, right, there in previous case, in the second server, the VM has 400 GB hard disk, for example, some 16 GB RAM. I want more here. For example, I want 600 GB hard disk and some 32 GB RAM. In that case, I can go and select this, customize this hardware. Okay, if you click on this, right, you can change, you can add or reduce or whatever, you can do the hardware level changes. Okay, even this is also no need to do it here. First, you create it successfully and then go click on edit settings and you change the required changes in the virtual machine. You make the required changes in the virtual machine. Okay, don't select this as well. And third one, power on virtual machine after creation. So what it is telling, once the cloning is completed, I will power on the virtual machine. Actually, this is also not required. We can go and do the power on. Okay, so for now, I'm not selecting these three. Maybe in the next cloning, I will select all three. Okay, any question here on these three options? Any question? Okay, we'll do one clone with all three options enabled. Okay, so just click next. And final, it is telling ready to complete. So it is giving the final overview. So source virtual machine Windows 2019, correct. Virtual machine, new virtual machine name server 3 VM1 Windows 2019. Perfect. We given this. The folder is test, that is the data center, and the host, it is 100.6, our server 3. And the data store, it is data store 1 of 2, that is data store of this 100.6. And a disk storage, same format as source. So what we are telling here, the disk, you take it as it is. Okay, what is there in the 100.4. Take as it is what is there in the 100.4. Okay, what it is there in this VM. Okay, yes, we are okay. I'm clicking on finish. It will create a VM under server 3 now. Okay, I'm clicking on finish. Just see this. So if the log has started, it's not yet created. I think around 15-20% the VM will start create here. Okay, so 10%. So yes, around 34 it started created. You can see here the cloning is started, the VM is created. Okay, see, simple. In I think 5-10 minutes I'm creating a second virtual machine, right? Okay, just see this. Okay, let it complete. 34% completed. Have a look at everything. Okay, just have a grip at everything. I'm minimizing fourth server and second server. Now it is happening between second server and third server. Okay. Okay, it's kind of hanged at 34%. Even in previous case, okay, it took some time there, 34%. So hardly it will take some 4-5 minutes, right? It will not take more than that. So just see. If I Has this kind of stuck at 35%? Will it fail? Let's see. So if it fails, we will troubleshoot it. Okay, why it is failed. So sometimes failures gives more learning, right? Let's wait. No, it is going on. 36% done. Let it complete. Just have a look at screen. So it is taking long time, right? Uh, so there may be reasons actually. Okay. Suppose when we migrate from 100.4 to 100.8, maybe this has a so much of RAM, very powerful server. Okay. When it is a very powerful, obviously this will be very fast, very quick to take all the content. But when it comes to sometimes, right, in this case, this is a normal server, very 360 Gen 10, and I think it has less RAM and less hard disk. Okay. In that case, it will take some more time compared to this powerful server. Okay, that's it. So don't think why same virtual machine is copied, I mean, cloned very fast to server 4. But when it comes to same virtual machine to server 3, it has taken some time. So why it is taken? Okay, don't think too much here. So just because of the hardware, hardware of that server may be little, less. The configuration is little less. So then obviously the server will be little slow. Okay, that's it. Nothing more than that. Don't think too much. Okay, I think it will take another 2-3 minutes. Let it complete. So just see this carefully. Okay. Somebody trying to draw something. Okay, let it happen. By that time, we'll try one more. Okay. Okay, we'll do one more cloning. Okay, this time I'll do this less. Okay, server. Okay, this one to fourth one. Okay, now it is happening to 2 to 3, right? We will do 1 to 4, but here we will enable the 3 options and try. Okay, we can do at a time multiple clonings. So you can see this is 42% done. It is going on. So server 2, right click. Okay, go the cloning, clone to virtual machine. Okay, this I am cloning to server 4 actually. What I'll do, I'll give server 4 underscore, this is second VM, VM2 and RHL OS. Okay, we'll give like this. Okay, click next. So too large clock skew was detected. So something is happening in server 3, but I'll select server 4. So when I say server 3, it is telling relative time skew between source and destination host greater than 5 minutes. So simple. It is telling it will take more than 5 minutes to start, something like that. But anyway, 2 and 3, let it go on. So I select the fourth server, 1 to 4, compatibility succeeded. Click next. Data store 3, just select the compatibility issues that need your attention. What happened? Show details. So there is error now. Show details. Insufficient disk space on the server 3. So there are snapshots, but snapshots will not copy. I'm fine. Okay, but insufficient disk space. We have to resolve this. Okay, close. Anyway, select it and click next. Select the valid destination. Okay, here I'll go here. Go back. Okay, here it is compatibility done. We'll just cancel. We'll check how much disk is using for this. Select this VM, right click. Okay, it is completed, man, here. Okay, so we'll see this and come back. Okay, let's do this. This is completed. Okay. So 100.6. So the VM is ready. So go and power on. Go and power on. Okay, now you click on this. Open web console. Open web console. Actually, in the server one, right? When we created the VMs, we given a lot of size, very big size actually. Okay, because there we have a lot of storage. I think terabytes of hard disk is there. Okay, better we'll try with less size disks. Okay. So usually what happens, right, in the real time, they have a lot of storage, RAM, everything. But here they are test machines. We have less storage, less RAM. So that we are seeing this incompatibility issues. Anyway, I log into this. So straight away, I'll go and change the network IP and host name. That's it. Okay, with that, my cloning is ready. Okay, it took some time to clone. I don't know. Looks some issue, but not very big time. Go here. Just close this. So I told you, right, this IP changes and any changes, first you make everything ready. And aram say you go to every machine, ncpa.cpl, OS level, and you can make the changes. Okay, go to property. Okay, 103 is there. I think 104 we have to check. Yes, 104 is pinging. I don't want. Now check 105. Yes, 105 is not pinging. Okay, then go here, change to 105. Give okay, okay, close, done. And go to my computer, that is this PC, right click, go to properties, go to change settings and change. I think this is server 3 VM1, right? This is the one, same name I'll use here. Server 3 VM1. Give okay. Okay. Give close, 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 and restart now. That's it. My clone is ready. My VM is ready. VM for Ganesh is ready. Okay. So it cloned and I changed IP and I changed the host name. And now if you want, you can make any changes in your VM. Okay. Like, don't think like if I do some changes here, it will get reflect here. So once it is cloned, that is a separate virtual machine. Okay. Now these three, if you see, this is the source machine and these two are actually cloned from this Windows 2019. So when we cloned them, okay, so once the cloning is done, this is the individual server and this is the individual server. I can install some softwares here and I can install some softwares here and I can install some softwares here, right? So this is cloning and we are doing always power on cloning on power on VMs. I'll do one thing. I'll do this Windows 2019, which we given less hard disk and all. This is the a good VM to do cloning. I'll do this to server one. From server 2 to server 1, I'll do the cloning with the 3 options enable. Okay. So go here, right click, clone to virtual machine. You know what is this? Now I'll say server 1, okay, cloned VM, Windows 2019. Any name we can give. So just for sake of properly remember, I am giving names like this. Just give next. Select server 2, compatibility check succeeded. Very good. Give next. Data store also there. So storage also there. Very good. Okay. Click next. Now select, and select. If you see, all three options has come. Okay. So now if you select this, it will go to customize guest OS, and second customize hardware, and finally this will power on once the VM is created. We will see the options. Click next. So here, okay, see, it is asking you want to make any changes. Okay. So no items to display. It is not seeing anything actually. It is not seeing any configuration in our VM. So it is not giving anything, even IP and all, it's not getting detected. So leave it. Okay. No items to display. Click next. Customize hardware means you can change. Suppose I want more hard disk for this. For example, I want 150 GB. You can make change like this. And I want to give more memory. I want to give some 8 GB RAM. Okay, 8 GB RAM. Just I want to increase this to. That's why I selected the second option and click next. That's it. Okay. So if I click finish, it will start create VM under server 1 with this name, Windows 2019 something cloning. Okay, finish. So let's see, it started. So now it is 3. The fourth VM will start here. So it is going on. And once the VM is created, the VM will power on. Okay, because the third option, the VM will power on. See, this is the VM, what we are creating, server 1 cloned. Okay, if you see, this will get power on. So far, after the VM creation is done, okay, we went and power on the VMs. But here in this case, the VM will power on after the cloning is completed. Okay, so just hold on. So now I am the admin here. I am using server 2. I have a very good VM. I given to, whose name is this? I think Ganesh. I given to Lakshmi. I given to Anjana. Same my virtual machine I given to multiple people. Okay. Then everybody started using. For example, this is today. Today it's 26th June. Okay. So we four are working. We started working. I installed some softwares in my server, and Ganesh installed some softwares in his server, and Lakshmi some server. Anjana, she installed some softwares in her server. Okay. So we four are working on different functions, different features, different work, and we are using different things. Okay. So after 6 months, somewhere in the December, for example, somewhere in the December month, okay, we need, actually all four of us need same virtual machine and one more virtual machine in our ESXi servers. Okay, is it possible now? Definitely not possible, because we started using this virtual machines. We started using, right? So this is when it has happened, almost in June. Now we are in December. For last 6 months, we created so much of data. We changed so many things in the VM. We installed so many softwares, and we have a lot of data in it. So you cannot clone that virtual machine. Okay. For that, we have one more option called template. Okay. So this is going on. I'll give a brief introduction about template. Maybe we'll create tomorrow, but introduction, I'll give brief about template. So similar situation. Now what happened? We four are working, and we have, everybody have one ESXi server. And first I created a VM and I cloned to all three of you. Okay. And we know that we need a similar VM in future also. We know that we are going to get some more softwares, and in that case we have to add a server, and we have to add a server, and we have to add the softwares. So all these things we have to do. For example, just an example I'm telling. So in that case, we should not depend on the cloning. Okay, if you do cloning, now it is done. Now I created 3 clones, all well and created. Okay, but down the time, if I try after some time, after 6 months, after 7 months, so there is no guarantee that we will have same virtual machine available. Okay, so as we know the importance of the server, what we can do, we can create a template on this. Okay, see this. If I right click, if I go to template, okay, I have to power off this machine. So let's this complete. After that, we'll create a template. Okay, so this is almost 86%. The machine is getting create here. So what I'll do, I'll power on this. I mean, this will power on actually. By default, it will get power on. I will log into this. Okay, invalid configuration. It's failed actually. Reconfiguring virtual machine on destination host. What is this? Something happened. Installing invalid configuration. Reconfiguring. Invalid configuration. If you see, it's not created. It was there, and when it is come, it got deleted from here. Invalid configuration for device 0. Some hard disk error came in the hard disk. Maybe you can see. So yeah, clone virtual machine and cloning on 100.4 data store 1 in test to 100.2. I mean, it is telling server 4 to server 2. Assigned new BIOS, everything is done. Assigned new instance, everything is done. So finally failed to clone. Okay, data store 1 in test invalid configuration for device 0. Okay, so I understand. Okay, what is this device 0 and all? Okay, so just let me check it. Okay, when I go to 100.2, go to data store. So free space is 295 GB, and we try to give 155 GB something. Okay, data store 1, data store 1, actions, browse files. Okay, some hard disk, whenever I change it, the hard disk, right, it got failed. There is a warning on data store 1. Data store 1 is actually the server 1 data store. What is this warning? So some failure has come. Okay. Okay. Let me try once again without changing the hardware. Let's see. Right click, go to cloning, clone to virtual machine. Server 1, cloned. Yeah. Windows 2019. Just click next. Go to server 2, next, data store. Here it is compatibility successful actually. Click next. Okay, I'll not select. You understand, right? What all these three? So click next, finish it. So it started again. We'll see if it failed again. I'll tell what is the reason. If it is not failed also, I'll tell what is the reason. Okay, so just I'm checking. %, done. We just wait till this to complete. Maybe tomorrow we will go through that template. No issues. Yeah, it's completed now. So we have changed the hardware, right? Maybe because of that, it got failed. So we have changed the hardware. So maybe due to that, it got failed. Okay, now we can power on and we can go ahead and change the IP address and we can change the host name and we can start using this. Okay, this is cloning. So in a simple words, if you create a virtual machine, one virtual machine within vCenter, like here, this is one vCenter. Okay, suppose if I have some 1,000 machines, I can clone to any machine. I can clone to any machine from one ESXi to another ESXi in the within vCenter, within vCenter server. Okay, I'll give some good notes tomorrow. So for this, and then we will start the template also. Anyway, don't miss it. All are very important concepts. Okay, everybody ask you questions on this, and we sometimes we use in the real time also. So that's why this is important. Okay, so we'll see tomorrow. It's already 9:05. It's very late. So tomorrow I'll try to log in sharp 7 o'clock, and we'll try to complete cloning and template. Sorry, template and migrations also. Okay. Okay, that's all I have. Any questions? Okay, then see you all tomorrow. Okay, good night. Bye, everyone. Thank you.